Go to bed. I am literally, I just went outside to get something. And this is what I come to when I come to the front door. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Okay. And then I come in to the house to find this. Hi, Rowena. What are you doing?
What is it? Well, you succeed.
Oh my god.
Welcome to Istanbul.
Mom, look at this.
Nice. Sorry, Gracie, I had to move you. Okay. So my other camera died, so I couldn't do this on that camera. But anyway, so basically wanting to just talk about my experience with depression and why I basically took a break from vlogging and blogging in general to now deciding to come back. And so that is what I'm going to discuss today in this video. And I've been wanting to do it for a while, but last night I did my first ever. I have these phone numbers. I have the suicide hotline. I have the text counselor. I have those numbers in my phone. I've had them for years in my phone. And last night was the first time I actually used one, which is funny because I'm constantly handing them out to people and going, here, here's something. So I thought I'd finally talk about my depression, my experience with it in general, and why I left YouTube for a while. Okay, so basically my story starts from all the way when I was a little girl. So I suffer from PTSD. And no, I've never done service. I have not gone to war. Um, Even though that is what the primary thing everyone knows is connected to PTSD, I am actually a survivor of multiple rapes and abuse. So basically, when I was a little girl, I had a psychopath for a father, which caused not only me, but also my mother to have mental disability and issues. And basically, around the time my mom finally was getting to the point she could separate from my father and was starting that, we were staying with friends and basically jumping from couch to couch to couch amongst family members and friends because it was unsafe for us to set any roots anywhere, because my father was basically hunting us down and threatening my mother to kill us. So during that time, I basically went through puberty, and I got my lovely ladies over here, um, which took me a really long time to fall in love with them. Raven, keep your paw off my computer, please. Thank you. And I was about 9-10 years old at the time, and I started getting molested by a family friend who also comes to find out was my third uncle. So he was actually a blood member. And we were basically living with him and staying with him, and he, did what he did, and he also did a thing that so many people still do, which I have people come up to me on a regular basis, and I've kind of talked about this in a previous video, that I tend to have people come to me and tell me things they normally wouldn't tell other people. And I've come to find that's just a part of me. But my first experience with that was with my child molester at a very young age. So I have that. And then basically, when my mom found out and started pressing charges and we went through the court case, the judge basically didn't charge him or anything because he was in a wheelchair and there was no way he could harm anyone else. And come to find out, he ended up molesting another kid while he was in a wheelchair. So, I dealt with that. And then I started going into teenagehood and high school, and basically was extremely angry and lashing out because I had all this anger and emotions that I honestly just did not understand. Now, as an adult, 10 years later, or 10 plus years later, I now can look back and go, this is what was going on with me. But at that time, I had nothing. And my mom was being good. She was putting me through therapy from the very start and trying to get me help and trying to get me counseling and doing everything she could. So she did really good. She, at least, she was trying, which probably helped and saved me. And then I ended up getting in the wrong crowd because I was arrested for basically breaking up with my boyfriend at the time. Um, we had gotten in this huge fight, and I was just trying to walk home, which I lived like 5 blocks from him. And we were fighting, and the cops got called, and come to find out it was his mother who called the cops. And we both got arrested, and from that, I basically went into a rebellious stage and got mixed up in the wrong crowd, which is how I met the biological father of my sons. And basically was in that lifestyle for about 4 years. And then after my divorce, I was able to separate myself sort of from that lifestyle, but it took a really long time, and I basically went cold turkey. But by doing that, I also basically had also taken the thing that was helping me drown out my demons. And so moving back to my hometown, everything came back in full force. And then, I got my emotional support dog, Raven, who is right here next to me, and then dealt with harassment from that when I was just trying to heal. Which I'm sure some of you guys probably remember that from last year. And then basically, I've just been dealing with depression and just not wanting to do videos, just not wanting to write, just not wanting to blog, and not even wanting to post anything up on Facebook to let anyone know that I am still here and I am still alive. And I just basically hermited myself from everyone for a while. And then I've thought about it, and it's like, you know what? No, I need to go back and I need to start making videos again and do what I was originally going to do with this channel, which was bringing awareness to, mental illness, and, just in general, and how it affects people. I wanted to talk about, political issues like the LGBTQ plus community and our lovely wall that's being built and other things, and just basically have a platform for that and hope that I can help and support other people. Excuse me, ignore mine. We have a fire in the area, so there's smoke in the air. Um, so that is basically my story, and that is why I left for a while, and now I am back. I also had left because I ended up coming across someone who had basically seemed like he was going to be a support, and he ended up not being, and he ended up being the cause of why I lost a job and when I needed one the most. Um, and in a weird way, I'm kind of grateful I ended up losing that particular job. But the way I lost it could have been better. I wish I'd been able to just quit on my own terms. Um, and so I didn't want him to have any information about me. But now I'm just like, I don't care. Speaking of Raven. And, I want to do this like how I originally planned, which was to, have these type of discussions, start interviewing people and getting in touch with people. I already have a couple in mind. And also, you know, basically publishing my books and hopefully using this as a way to also do that as well. But I just want you guys to know that if you are in a dark place, there's always someone out there willing to talk to you. And I am more than willing to. You can always get up on my account here. You can private message me on my Facebook. You're always more than welcome to get hold of me through Twitter, through Instagram. I have platforms on all three of those. And, it's just wham times three. Just find me. I'm not that hard to find. And, there's always people like that out there that are willing to talk to you and be there. And I am also going to leave the numbers for the suicide hotline and the text council that I used last night, which I can definitely now say for sure I have officially used this, and they helped. And, right now I am in an area, I just moved to a new area. I don't really know anyone here. And everyone, when I asked them about doctors and counselors and stuff, basically the answer is everyone goes back to my hometown, and I'm trying to avoid that area right now. So I just haven't really found the support I need just yet. And so having the text counselor really was helpful last night. So I will leave that information for you guys as well at the end of this video. If you guys want me to talk more in detail about this or other things, I am more than happy to. Goddess bless.